Welcome back. All right, look, following the excitement of the holiday season comes a different emotion for some. And if you're seniors or your life dealing with the post-holiday blues, our next guests want to help. You got in-laws who are in town, maybe went and saw the grandparents stuff. Kimberly Crawford-Stokes is the sales director over at Anthem Lakes Senior Living and Memory Care. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you.
How was your holiday?
It was busy.
New Year and everything.
Busy traveling.
Yeah.
Traveled to New York, came back. Traveled down to Orlando, came back.
All over the place.
Yes, family in town. Very busy.
And so the thing we're going to talk about today is that you see the holidays, Christmas, everything, New Year's, Hanukkah. When you see your loved ones, and then when they leave, what kind of stuff are you dealing with?
Well, a couple of things go on during that time frame that we deal with as the effects of being, active adults, but seniors deal with them and present them differently. First off, if the senior is traveling, there's a change in their routine, which can affect them tremendously. As a result of the holidays, there may be a change in their eating habits because they're eating foods that they may not eat all the time because they're,
rich, heavy foods. Yeah.
That is correct, yes. There may also be a change in when they take their medications because you're dealing with family. Sometimes you may forget or overlook or miss doses altogether, and that's not a good thing.
So they get through the holidays, and now you get back in routine and stuff. What are some of the things that people should be doing with their loved ones? Or
well, one, you want to have the senior and the family member take some time, let them rest. Take a check of what has been going on, how long you were traveling in the car, what could have resulted as a complication of that, edema if you've been sitting for longer than 3 hours in a car, if they weren't drinking a lot. Dehydration can lead to disorientation in some seniors and have adverse effects when they do take their medications. It's also a good opportunity to schedule a visit with the physician, where you attend the visit with the physician and actually bring some notes so that you can cover those topics with their doctor.
And that's always smart to do as well. We talked about that before the holidays, is take your kind of like an annual, baseline check and see where things are at, how they've progressed in a year. And because when the holidays end, family goes away, there's probably some depression as well, right?
There's some depression, and the depression can be one because there was this overwhelming, you have about 20 people in the house, so it takes you back to a time where your house was constantly that house, if that was your family life, before you were in your 70s, 80s, or 90s, and now you're back to just being a house of one or two. So that can happen. So there needs to be some plan of how you can work through that as a family. I know that in our community, when our residents, they go away for the holidays, the minute they come back, we're scheduling assessments with our nurse and whomever the doctor is that they do go and visit.
So you guys are taking care of that Anthem Lakes. When they come back, you're making sure that you're helping them get back on track.
Get back on track, that's correct. Another red flag you always want to be mindful of is also their medications. You want to look at the meds that they're taking and have a conversation with their physician to make sure that, especially if they're managing a chronic condition like oxygen or something with diabetes, that they're back on track and they haven't been thrown off. And if something needs to be modified or monitored temporarily, you're setting up those steps to get that taken care of.
Yeah, and hopefully the family members out there, maybe reminding them, keep in touch, more weekly, as wean them off of the separation anxiety that might happen.
Yes, and there are other tools. We can all teach them how to teach our families how to use a Facebook, FaceTime, Snapchat,
right?
Instagram.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
It's so fun when I see my dad actually. This was a milestone moment. My dad hadn't texted. He's 77. Pops out there. He's 77. Hadn't texted for years, and all of a sudden he started texting the last year, and then my dad on New Year's sends a Bitmoji. My dad has a Bitmoji. I literally almost dropped my phone.
Shut the front door and lock it.
I know, right?
Yep.
So
or
cool.
we can do old-fashioned, send a letter or a picture.
Yes, old school letters. I
Just
love
saying.
that. All right, well, we're wrapping up here. The best way to find out about Anthem Lakes is to go out and visit you guys and take a tour. Take
Absolutely.
a few putts.
Yes. Everybody's been doing it. So
I know that fire pit out back has been getting some use probably.
It has. It has.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You can visit anthemlakes.com or call 904-583-5399. Get all the information you want. And you can also find them on Instagram at Anthem Lakes Senior Living.